Welcome to the Barclay Pearce Capital Corporate Showcase. Today I'm joined by Brendan Cummins, the Managing Director of Black Canyon Limited, ASX code BCA. Black Canyon is a manganese development and exploration company advancing a portfolio of projects across the Pilbara region of Western Australia. While manganese remains its core focus, the company's flagship Wandanya project has also demonstrated significant high-grade iron mineralisation as exploration continues. The company is progressing exploration, metallurgical testwork and development studies across its project portfolio while advancing its flagship Wandanya project towards a maiden mineral resource estimate. Brendan, thank you for joining us. What do you believe differentiates Black Canyon's project portfolio, including the emerging iron opportunity at Wandanya, from other projects in Australia and internationally?
Wandanya discovery is really unique. I can sort of explain how I actually found it. I was looking on Google Earth in the eastern Pilbara. I could see there was some black outcrops in Google Earth, and the ground was vacant. So we went and pegged it. It cost like $20,000. I went out there and did some mapping and some rock chip sampling, and the grades of the manganese was very high, like above 50%. And then we mapped it out. It was like 2 kilometres long, and I thought, wow, this is a really significant manganese system that no one has ever sampled, drilled, done anything on. So it was a really unique opportunity. And as I'm walking around the outcrops, I started to notice some iron ore mineralisation as well. So I took some samples of that. Lo and behold, that stuff's over 60% Fe content. Through last year, we did another couple of drill programs and really started to flesh out the Scarlet deposit. Understand that there's quite a seam of manganese that's at least 3 kilometres long, 5 to 10 metres thick, outcropping at surface, and then above that is actually iron mineralisation as well, which is 5 to 15 metres thick. In terms of the grade profiles that we're getting out of this manganese and iron, I got to say for manganese, it's probably one of the best discoveries in manganese for decades. That's really what sets us apart from, I guess, some of the other explorers. We've demonstrated scale and a dual commodity focus as well. So having the iron ore there is definitely a bonus for the company.
Over the past 12 months, Black Canyon has continued to advance through exploration, metallurgy and development studies. Looking back, which achievements do you think have been most important in reducing project risk and building confidence in the company's future?
Up until about 2 weeks ago, we drilled 23,000 metres into this deposit now. That's nearly 1,000 drill holes across the deposit. So geology risk, I think that's gone. It's very continuous mineralisation. It's outcropping and shallow. So the next step is really understanding mining risk. As I said, it's shallow, it's outcropping, very shallow pits. So technically, I think that's looking very positive. The beauty of a deposit that's this long is that it does give you optionality. We can start with mining some of the iron ore first and then move in towards the manganese. On the 22nd of July, this metallurgical test work we completed, we achieved a 38.5 to a 40% manganese concentrate from that. And the recoveries were around 80%. We are some distance from the coast, just over 500 kilometres from the coast. But there's already a haul road that was built by another company, and that goes right past our doorstep. Then we go on to Woody, and then from Woody through to Port Hedland, where there's Utah Point facility, where they do have capacity to take manganese and iron and load that onto ships. That's all sealed.
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke a little bit about the future there and what's next. So looking ahead over the next 6 to 12 months, what are the key milestones investors should be watching? And what do you believe has the power to create the greatest value for your shareholders?
We should be announcing a maiden mineral resource by the end of September quarter this year, and then moving straight into a scoping study, which will be the first financial evaluation of the project that we've undertaken as well. So we should hopefully have that out by the end of this year, so the end of fourth quarter. And I've had multiple discussions with potential end users, and that includes offtake partners. So offtake partners would have smelters that they want to put the manganese through, and then marketing groups. So marketing groups will take your product and find a buyer for it amongst their network. So now there's been multiple discussions had at a really early stage because we don't have a resource yet. We haven't done a financial evaluation, but I think those types of groups can recognise that this is a significant manganese discovery. So in a nutshell, really key milestones: mineral resource estimate, scoping study, moving through to feasibility, completing all the environmental surveys that we need to do for the first 12 months, going to meet with the EPA and the regulators, start the process of applying for leases, mining leases, miscellaneous licenses, and still engaging with the end users of the products, particularly for manganese, but also for iron. So really small team that we have at the moment. And we're looking to build out the team as well. So it's just getting in experienced I guess mining people who have been involved in, developing mines, but also running and operating mines as well.
Brendan, thank you for joining us and for providing an introduction to Black Canyon Limited. We look forward to following the company's progress as it advances its manganese portfolio. For further information on Black Canyon Limited, please refer to its website or to its latest ASX announcements. This has been another Barclay Pearce Capital Corporate Showcase.